Mic check 1 2 1 2.
Is Bino Nation in the building? Put those emojis in the chat.
That's my gang.
Yeah.
Cigar lit, bit thick, champion of the clique. Logic sharp, metaphor slick, never miss a trick. Angryman and blueprint, they just tryna mimic. Standard so high, they can't even scrimmage. OG on the tube, wisdom like a blade. Cut through the noise, every word tailor-made. Analogies, they like bricks in a array. Built this empire, no handout, self-made. Masculine moves, they tremble when he speaks. Cash flow deep, they drown in his peaks. Big game strong, sharper than critiques. Cigar smoke rising, greatness at its peak. They watch, they learn, they can't comprehend. The angry man standard, where does it end? A paragon of people's chant, no pretend. Logic unmatched, every line he defends. Angry man is standard, king of the stream. Breaking down walls, shattering the dream. Champion the truth, no in between. The only standard, the angry man thing. Metaphors deadly, they stick like glue. Elegies heavy, each one rings true. Champion of the people, no fraud in his crew. Cigar in his hand, like a boss always knew. Voice like thunder, presence so divine. Every lesson drop, sharpening the mind. Wisdom in his cadence, discipline in his spine. Blueprint of a man that they'll never redefine. Never chase trends, he creates them instead. A leader of leaders, that's why he's ahead. Standard so cold, lead the doubters in dread. While he builds legacy, brick by brick, thread by thread. Stand tall, stand firm, that's the only decree. Men rise higher when they follow the key. Strength, discipline, honor, the trinity. Everything he speaks turns boys into Rudy man, a standard, king of the stream. Breaking down walls, shattering the dream. Champion of truth, no in between. The only standard, the angry man thing. Cigar smoke fade, but the legend remains. A titan in the game with iron in his veins. Blueprint for men, let it echo in your brain. Angry man is standard, remember the name. Angry man is standard.
If we agree with you, then we're black. We love black people. If we find ourselves in opposition to what you say, all of a sudden we hate ourselves and we hate black people. Who died and left you that kind of authority with your opinion? Ooh, tell me.
Let them talk, baby. They don't know what we got. I see them running in the streets, chasing after crowns, trying to be the loudest voice in every single town. They say I'm moving backward cause I like to serve my king, but they don't know the peace and the power that you bring. I keep your plate hot, I keep the house still. I love to be the soft place where you can heal. They call it slavery, I call it devotion. While they drowning in a sea of mixed emotion. If loving you right makes me a pygmy, then baby pick me. I'm exactly where I wanna be. I don't want the headache, I don't want the fight. I just wanna be the one holding you at night. I follow your lead, I let you take control. You got the vision, baby, you got my soul. Call me a pygmy, call me a fool, but I'm the one winning while I'm lying next to you. They brag about being boss, they brag about the grind, but look inside their eyes, tell me what you find. Microwaves, dinners, and a pillow pillow full of tears, trading a family for a couple lonely years. I respect your frame, I respect your mind. Yeah. A masculine love is so hard to find. I ain't competing, I ain't keeping score. You handle the world, I handle the door to your peace. Let the new age girls argue on the net. Let them argue. They haven't found a man that they can trust yet. I'm catering to you, body and soul, playing my position, playing my role. You protect, you provide, I submit, I reside in your kingdom. Wanna be the woman that you adore. I follow your lead, I let you take control. You got the vision, baby, you got my soul. Call me a pygmy, call me a fool, but I'm waking up happy, lying next to you. Let them stay mad, we'll stay in love. I'm your pygmy forever. Hey. Forever, 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 yeah.
No, chill for what? Who is this nigga?
You said the mask don't fit me, but it's glued to my name. Every headline paints me wicked, 'cause I won't think the same. You see trouble when I walk in, like I set this place on fire. But I just talk like my granddaddy, and it cuts through all your choir. You want me to be the villain, so I'll be there, I'll be there. Not a shadow that you're killing, I'm the storm that's fighting back. I'm not a villain, I'm a super villain. That's a fact, you wrote the script, I'm just living, so I'll be there, I'll be there. You get nervous when I'm smiling, 'cause you know it's not for show. I won't bow to your approval, I'm too grown to play that role. You throw labels like they shackles, try to change what I believe, but your story got a plot hole when I'm the one that's free. You want me to be the villain, so I'll be that, I'll be that. Not a shadow that you're killing, I'm the storm that's fighting back. I'm not a villain, I'm a super villain. That's a fact, you wrote the script, I'm just living, so I'll be that, I'll be that. Call me heartless, call me crazy, call me every name you know. All that talk just turns to power, watch my true colors glow. You want me to be the
You are now rocking with the best. Support the Angryman. Support the stream.
Yeah. They know my name. They know my work. They still throw dirt. Ha! Yeah. Been a decade in the game. 10 plus in the rain. Bit a kingdom from the mud. Turned up on them every string. They were lurking on my chat. Screenshotting every frame. Took my slang, took my cadence, then pretended we the same. They was praying for my downfall while they copying my blueprint. Yeah. Every topic that I touch turn the trend, now they abuse it. They be whispering in DMs, plotting on me, try to stop my rise. Try to ice me out the story, still I burn right through the lies. Yeah. I'm the people's champ, I'm the angry man. Say my name, can steal my style, never steal my hands. They can throw that dirt, still I rise again. You can hate my goods, better watch me rain. I'm the people's champ, I'm the angry man. They can twist my words, never twist my stance. Blame me for it all, I just take that chance. Cause they know I'm best, they don't want my shine to last. No, they was flagging every upload, sending shots behind the scenes, posting pictures of my family, trying to crack me at the seam. Drop my name up in the phone, type my address on the site. Thought the fear would make me vanish, told them pussies catch a flight. Every time they build a boycott, I just build another brand. Turn a smear into a slogan, made a movement out to slander. Understand, they be calling me the villain, why they quoting every line. I'm the mirror that they scared of, so they cover up my life. I'm the people's champ, I'm the angry man. Say my name. They can steal my style, never steal my hands. They can throw that dirt, still I rise again. You can hate my goods, better watch me rain. I'm the people's champ, I'm the angry man. They can twist my words, never twist my stance. Blame me for it all, I just take that chance. Cause they know I'm best, they don't want my shine to last. They gon' blame me for the storm, blame me for the rain, blame me cause I said it, just remember we ain't the same. They gon' cry about my tone, but they study every take. You can hate on every move, you can cancel what I made. I'm the people's champ, I'm the angry man. Say my name. They can steal my style, never steal my hands. They can throw that dirt, still I rise again. You can hate my goods, better watch me rain. I'm the people's champ, I'm the angry man. They can twist my words, never twist my stance. Blame me for it all, I just take that chance. Cause they know I'm best, they don't want my shine to last. Cause they know I'm best, they don't want my shine to last. Yeah, they know I'm best, and that's why they hate the man.
Radio check 1 2 1 2.
Is Bino Nation in the building? Put those emojis in the chat.
That's my gang.
Yeah.
Turn up, heart racing, no delay. This life don't wait, so I'm on my way. Oh, feet hit the pavement, sunrise grinning. Life's a roulette and I'm always spinning. Pocket full of dreams, got the world in my hands. No map, just vibes and unplanned plans. Sweat on my brow, running wild through the city. Clock ticking loud, but it ain't that gritty. Spill my soul like ink on a loose leaf. Every breath a moment, no time for grief. Full throttle, no brakes, I'm flying. Every second counts, ain't no denying. Living for the now, future can't wait. No rewind button, I'm on in my face, yeah, yeah. I'm on in my face, oh, yeah. I'm on in my face. Heart like a drum, beating fast, no pause. Life's a movie real, I'ma start with no flaws. Cup running over, champagne fears. Every day's a blessing, yeah, that's the biz. Jumping over hurdle, life's track and field. Every scar story, every wound's healed. Skyline's my ceiling, dreams stretch wide. Riding shotgun with hope, joy by my side. Full throttle, no brakes, I'm flying. Every second counts, ain't no denying. Living for the now, future can't wait. No rewind button, I'm on in my face, yeah, yeah. I'm on in my face, yeah, yeah. Roll the dice, let it ride. Moonlit nights, ocean tide. Every heartbeat, a melody. Life's a stage, I'm a symphony. Slow it down, feel the sound. Breathing deep, feet on the ground. Then a spark, hit a call. One more run, give it all. Full throttle, no brakes, I'm flying. Every second counts, ain't no denying. Living for the now, future can't wait. No rewind button, I'm on in my face, yeah, yeah. No rewind, no regret. Sunset phase, but I ain't done yet, yeah. I'm on in my face, yeah.
And we are live yet again out here in the Angry TP. It's a little windy outside, but you already know what it is. We're going to make it do what it do. Shout out to everybody in the building. I see people keep asking me about the songs. Angry Man, what's the name of the songs? Angry Man, when you gonna put the songs on Apple Music? Angry Man, you know the reason why I've been taking my sweet time. Does anybody know the reason why I'm taking my sweet time putting the music on Apple Music? Press 1 if you know why. The reason why I'm taking my sweet time putting the music on Apple Music or whatever platform I can sell it on is because y'all always do this shit. Y'all will hound me about some shit forever. It'll be anywhere from 100 or more people that will hound me about some shit. And then once I do it, 2 people are caught. So I'll come here every day, go live, play my music. And look, I'm going to tell you the truth. I don't even have to make any money off that music. I just enjoy the music. I enjoy the intro music and all that good stuff. But I could come here every day, go live 1,000 days in a row. And 1,000 days in a row, people ask me about that damn music. And the first day I actually go through all the trouble of posting it and all of that shit, 2 people will go over there and buy it. So with all due respect, stop gassing me. Stop gassing me. We go live every day and we have anywhere. Well, the days that I do go live, I've been falling back on the lives a little bit because, quite frankly, niggas don't want to support. Like, niggas don't want to support. Like, niggas will hound me. Like, if I go a day without doing a live stream, people will email me, yo, Angry Man, you going live today? You going live today? But niggas don't want to support it. It makes absolutely no sense to go live and have anywhere from 800 to 1,000 people live, and you can barely get 20 people to contribute to the damn show. Meanwhile, you got folks around here talking about nothing. Nothing, absolutely nothing. And you just see super chat, super chat, super chat, super chat, super chat, super chat. And I don't know how many ways I gotta say it. You get more of what you get more of what you pay for and less of what you don't. That's the way it works. That's the way it works. You get more of what you pay for and less of what you don't. Sometimes I feel like, you know what? Sometimes I feel like maybe I should be one of those dudes behind the scenes, because I don't know what it is about, business or whatever, but there's some people out there, people will just support nonstop. And then there's others that cats just refuse to freaking support. Like, they just look at it like, fuck it, it is what it is. You feel what I'm saying? At the end of the day, right? Because don't get me wrong, I like doing live streams. I actually like doing live streams, conversing with y'all and shit. But you want to know the most nerve-wracking part about live streaming? Where the most anxiety comes from? The one thing that makes it more stressful than anything in this world. Talking about the topic is not stressful. That's actually enjoyable. Putting together the concept of the live stream is not stressful. That's enjoyable. Doing the artwork for the live stream, that's not stressful. That's enjoyable. What's stressful is going live and having to constantly say over and over after over 10 years of doing this. Same routine every time I do it. Every day. Every time I go live, I got to say it over and over. Support the show. I got to say it over and over. Support the show. Support the show. Support the show. Support the show. That is the most nerve-wracking part of it. That is what brings the most anxiety. Is having to constantly say over and over, support the show, support the show, support the show, support the show. This is the reason why people sell out. When somebody show up, if you got a show that people like watching, somebody show up and offer you a check, that's why people sell out. I've been saying it for years. That's why people sell out. It's not because they want to sell out. It's not because they want to change up. It's because y'all really give them no choice. Y'all really give them no choice whatsoever. So, with that being said, we might as well go ahead on into the sales pitch. Make sure you guys are supporting the show. Anybody that drops 20 or more will be part of the Bino roll call, which means your messages will get read first. Anybody that wants their messages read immediately, all you have to do is be a sponsor of the show. You can be a sponsor of the show by dropping 100 or more. Like I said, your message will be read immediately. Make sure you guys are supporting the show, whether it's Super Chat, Cash App, whatever, right? So today, what I want to talk about, this whole Klay Thompson, Meg Thee Stallion breakup. But I want to talk about it from a different angle. Because all across the internet, there are countless women that's mad at you guys. That's right. There are countless women, if you can call them that, on the internet right now that are extremely upset with all of you men in general, simply because Meg Thee Stallion's relationship did not work out. So because a celebrity, Meg Thee Stallion, because her relationship didn't work out with Klay Thompson, now all of you men have to be pieces of shit. All of you men. Y'all got to be raggedy. Y'all got to be trifling. Y'all got to be all of those things simply because her relationship failed. And just so you know, y'all about to get 2015 Angryman. So if you want me to keep this thing going, we need to get the support up. We need to get the support up. In fact, I'm going to show you what I'm talking about, because I've been coming across the videos all day. I just want to give you an example of some of the stuff they're saying before I go in, before I cook, because I'm going to cook. I'm going to cook. Oh, trust and believe. I'm going to cook. And it ain't even going to be pretty. I'm going to say a bunch of shit that should have been said a long time ago. It should have been said. But let me pull up one of these first videos so y'all can get an idea of what I'm talking about. Is this one? Let me see. Here we go. Is this one? Here we go. Let's go ahead and pull this up so y'all can see. Because all they do is prove me right. That's all they do. For all of the years that I have been critiquing these women, as much as they try to pretend, oh no, that ain't what it is, Angryman. You just don't like women. You just can't stand black women. Blah, 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 blah. For everything they've said about me, they continue to prove me right. They continue to prove me right. Now I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. So let's play this video.
I'm not even gonna say nothing. I'm gonna just let the picture speak for itself, because yeah, makes sense. I truly did not know anything about Klay's background before today's events transpired, but yeah, everything they say about this type of man is true.
Now, just to prove to you what that is right there. How many times have y'all heard me say that black women, women of the community, are some of the most racist people to ever exist? How many times y'all heard me say that? What do you think she was implying in this video? Because you put the picture up there, of course, it's a black man and a white wife with a biracial son. What do you think this bitter bitty is talking about when she says every one of these men are exactly what you think they are, right? Let's play it again.
I'm not even gonna say nothing. I'm gonna just let the picture speak for itself, because yeah, makes sense. I truly did not know anything about Klay's background before today's events transpired, but yeah, everything they say about this type of man is true.
That was definitely a racist. That was definitely some racial implications. Like, she's not gonna say it out loud because she doesn't want to, get in trouble on social media. But she's obviously making reference to his race, because why would she say this picture says it all? Only thing I see in this picture is a family. That's all I see in this picture. That's all I see. I see a family. I see a husband, a father, a wife and a mother, and their successful son. That's what I see. And they still together too. As far as I can tell, the mom and daddy still together. Right?
I'm confused on what Meg's exes have to do with Klay Thompson cheating on her. Y'all are pulling out a list of her exes or alleged exes and talking about this is exactly why she got cheated on. The hell? This girl was playing Susie Homemaker, Build-A-Bitch, and was getting cheated on. This man had her cooking for white people and is openly disrespecting her. You mad because you suck on the court, so you bringing it home to her and then decide to cheat on her. Huh? Meg has nothing to do with your poor performance on that shitty ass team. You should have stayed where you was good at. That nigga left Golden State and his life started going downhill. Justice for Meg. Fuck.
Isn't she so pleasant? Isn't she so pleasant? From the obviously scorched lips, probably from smoking weed all day, and a lack of lip balm and chapstick, in addition to the unkept hair, right? And the septum ring and the sunny disposition. You know, she's just a joy to be around. I could only imagine, like, why wouldn't anybody want to date or marry this woman? What's going on, fellas? Why don't y'all want to marry these black queens? Like, seriously, I can't think of a better example of a human being, right?
So let me get this.
You know that Klay
when you guys now
Multiple sources tell.
when you guys now come back around,
Multiple. I'm so.
even though the
That's a good watch too. Thank you, brother. Sheesh. Megan got to give me this.
Word?
Yeah. What a sweet lady. That's a good watch too. Thank you, brother. Sheesh. Megan
So they heated now about the watch.
got to give me.
Because you know Meg bought him that watch. You remember when Meg bought him that watch, right? How many of you in here remember when Meg bought him that watch, right? So they're upset because Meg bought him a watch, cooked Thanksgiving dinner, was doing all of those different things. Like, we can't help that she was color struck. We can't help it if she was color struck. My only question is, did she do all of that for a dark-skinned black man? That's my question. Did she cook Thanksgiving dinner for a dark-skinned black man? Did she buy a dark-skinned black man an expensive watch? I'm saying, I just got to put it out there. I just got to put it out there. So now they upset. So now they upset because she was color struck, right? Okay.
Hey, I just seen a post that said, "WAP 0-2." Hey,
I don't understand how. This is my thing.
Oh, this is the one that took the cake right here. This is the one that took the cake right here. Why? I don't even know who this Yana chick is, but watch this. Watch this.
I don't understand how. This is my thing. You can really not trust no man. Like, you just can't. And it's proven and proven time again. Like, it's proven and proven time again. That's why whenever you get in a relationship, for all you little ones out there, for boys and girls, they need to prove to you, treat them guilty until proven innocent. Can I let you in my life? Like, can I let you, you know what I'm saying? Like, Yada actually told me this. She said every man should start off in jail and prove why they should be let out.
Hear that? Hear that? She said every man should start out in jail and prove why they should be let out. But guys like me get accused of hating women. Do you see the hypocrisy? If I criticize them, I'm a hater. I hate them. I have some visceral hate for them, right? But they can sit up on anytime a celebrity chick relationship fail. They flood the internet with man hate. They flood the internet. They not even, look, let me explain something to you. They not even own Klay Thomas's head top like that. They talking shit about the rest of us. Matter of fact, for the record, just so we can be clear about this shit, to all of the ladies that enjoy watching the Angryman channel, do you get it now? Do you see now? Do you see why the Angryman will be cool just doing my other content, and then they do shit like this and I got to get up here and flame their asses? Do you get it now? Do you ladies understand it now? It's like it's like Al Pacino in The Godfather. Every time I think I'm out, they pull me back in. Every time. Every time. Because I'm not gonna sit back and watch them talk shit about all men just because their favorite whack-ass performer wasn't able to keep their man. Like, I'm not gonna stand idly by. That's not what the Angryman is about. I told these men a long time ago that I would speak for them. I would be their voice when they didn't have one. I've been said it. And just for the record, I don't hate women. I can't stand hoes, though. Let's say that again. I don't hate women, but I can't stand a bitch. Let's just be real. Let's just be real about this. Because I'm going to lay it out. I'm going to lay it out flat so that there ain't no guessing about none of this. I'm going to lay it out flat. I'm going to lay out the whole reason why this phenomenon is going on. Because I'm going to tell you the truth to all you women, all of you chicks that fit the category of what we're about to talk about. I got news for you. Can't nobody save you. Kevin Samuels couldn't save you. Jesus can't save you. The church can't save you. Nothing can save you. Nothing can save you. And I'm going to prove to you why can't nothing save you. I'm going to prove to you. Can't shit save you. There's nothing. Help is not on the way. Help is not on the way. And I'm going to say all of the shit that everybody else should have been said. I'm say all the shit. So y'all might as well get ready. Y'all might as well get ready. You might as well go ahead and put on your chin strap, buckle your safety belt, and get ready to donate. Get ready to support the show. Get ready to sponsor the show. I need some sponsors because we about to cook. We about to cook tonight. And the whole reason why I came outside, the whole reason, because y'all like, come on, Angryman, why you ain't doing the stream in the studio? I would have did the stream in the studio, but the reason why I brought my ass outside is because I don't want to set the house on fire. Because we gonna cook. And I mean it. Because I've been watching these videos all day and I've been stewing. Oh my God, I've been heated. I said, ooh.
Y'all,
I said, ooh, I'm going to go live and I'm going to cook. I'm going to cook.
Y'all, he cheated on Meg the Stallion. Perfect body. Let's say you don't even consider her body. Perfect face. Let's say you don't consider that. She cooks.
Perfect body. Perfect body. Is she serious? Perfect face. Is she serious? Is she serious? Is she serious? And look, you want to know what's so funny? I did my video yesterday. And when I did my video yesterday, somebody jumped in the comment section talking about some, oh, I can't believe you talking about Megan's looks like you're attractive. Well, here's the thing. I don't got to be attractive to you, whoever it was that dropped that comment in the comment section. I can keep my woman. I'm already off the market. I'm already taken. So whether you find me attractive or not don't make me no damn difference, because I have the one skill that you women don't seem to have. I know I'm able to keep my significant other. See, I got something you ain't never gonna have. I got something that y'all can sit up here and say, oh, angry man, all of you women can get upset about me critiquing Meg Thee Stallion's looks, and you could go in on my looks all you want to, but I got the one thing Megan don't got. I got the one thing that most of y'all ain't never gonna get. A wedding ring. I got the one thing that most of you chicks ain't never gonna get. Companionship. Actual companionship.
What we talking about? Like, come on, let's be for real. Now, I'm gonna give a lot of people some grace, right? Because not everybody watches basketball. Oh, like, what we talking about? Like, come on, let's be for real. Now, I'm gonna give a lot of people some grace, right? Because not everybody watches basketball. Oh, like, based off the social media shit, and, like the recency bias, like Klay Thompson ain't who he used to be. But where I draw the line is, I was seeing people say some shit up the lines of his NBA career has been trash. Can't possibly be talking about four-time NBA champion, multi-millionaire Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson, who dropped 60 points on 11 dribbles in 3 quarters. Klay Thompson, who hit 14 threes, which is an NBA record, by the way. Klay Thompson, who dropped 37 in a quarter, and even Klay Thompson, who got Game 6 named after him because of all his legendary Game 6 moments. Now, it's easy to be completely overshadowed when you got Steph Curry, you know, a generational player who transcended the whole game that we play today. It's easy to be overshadowed when you got him, but to sit here and say that he's a lame or that he trash is crazy as hell. Now, I get it. You parasocial motherfuckers who love these internet-ass relationships and shit, y'all feelings hurt because, you know, y'all girl, Meg, got cheated on, or I wouldn't even say cheated on. He basically told her, like, I don't want to be faithful to you. But let's leave that on the other side. Don't mix that with saying his career was trash, because somebody who's been a Warriors fan for the longest time, that's disrespectful. Klay Thompson is the top 10 shooting guard I think that ever touched a basketball. And, you know, everybody got fish memory, so, you know, y'all don't remember when Klay was Klay. Like, I promise you, from like 2013 to 2018, that man barely missed a shot. Like, if you was somebody who wasn't a Warriors fan, you hated Klay Thompson because that man never missed. Every time he threw that bitch up, that shit was damn near going in every time. Like, it was that bad. So y'all just gotta be respectful. You know, let's divide the two. You know, his relationship with Meg, you know, his NBA career is 2 different things. Don't try to put the 2 together, because that man was definitely not trash.
Yo, shout out to my guy Focus. He said, AM, you might need to relocate. You might burn down the street. Appreciate you, bro.
That's that Bino energy.
Oh, it's a lot better than we usually do. All right, thumbs up. Ready, guys?
Let's do this. Leroy Jenkins!
Megan, girl,
you's a hot girl. And you told all of us we hot girls. Summer is 2 months away. Life is about to get great. Megan.
She said summer's 2 months away, so she thinking about having a hot girl summer, right? In fact, I think I might have skipped over the video, but I saw a video. I saw academics talking about it. Let me see if I can find that video. Let me see if I can find that video where academics was talking about it.
Came out when I was talking to the president.
Let's see. I know I seen academics talking about it. Let me make sure. Let's see.
When you guys now come back.
Come on, academics. Keep coming across this stuff where he's talking about Drake. Let's see. Come on, Ack. Where you at? And y'all gotta forgive me. I'm just preparing the food for the grill. That's all. I'm just preparing the food for the grill. Let's see. Let me just look it up like this. Academic Klay Thompson.
You're sure you really thought she was gonna be his?
There we go, right there. There we go, right there. I knew I'd find it.
Okay, but did you guys?
Yo, Shorty really thought she was gonna be his fifth ring, bro. Like, is she dumb? You think my nigga Klay Thompson, nigga, Playboy Klay, won 4 championships, a part of the Splash Brothers with Stephen Curry, one of the most iconic teams ever, and his future was be monogamous with you? Yo, this chick thinks she Aisha, man. Get her out the paint, man. What? Your Fruit Jams in the chat. What up? Yo.
She thought she was going to be his fifth ring. She thought she was going to be his fifth ring. Let's get this cook session going. Now, let me just go ahead and say this. Let me just go ahead and give my disclaimer for all of the women in here. I'm just going to let you know right now. It's about to get rough. So if you got sensitive ears, you might want to get the hell up out of here. Because it's about to get drastic. I'm about to go 2015 Angry Man. You feel me? So you got all of these videos with all of these women talking all of this shit. And they not even really talking about Klay. This is what makes it so bad. They're using him as the marker, but they're saying that all of us are like Klay. And propose that Klay is a cheater. First of all, we don't even have confirmation of that. Let's be clear about that. Let's be 100% clear about that. But you know what? It don't even matter. It don't even matter. It don't even matter. It doesn't even matter if Klay cheated or not. Don't even matter. See, look, for all of you men, listen. I'm a married guy. I'm not in the streets no more. Thank God. I don't got to deal with that goofy BS that y'all are dealing with out there. But I'm going to tell you something right now. I'm going to tell you what your mentality should be going forward. Because I'm tired of this. I'm tired of every single time one of these insta thoughts has a failed relationship. Every woman that identifies with that chick, that falls into that category, that leftover category, they want to come to the internet and spew their visceral hatred for men. Men in general, they just want to go, they want any excuse to go in on us and say we trifling and we sorry and we all of these things simply because they can no longer get out of us what they used to get out of us. You know this is what this is about, right? See, the reason why I take it as an attack on me is because I am one of the men that came to the internet and told you men to stop accepting less. I'm one of the men that came to the internet and told you to tell them to kick rocks. I'm one of the ones that came to the internet and told you, you don't got to put up with that bullshit. And all you see on the internet, whenever situations like this happen, this is the backlash of it. See, the reason why you see so many women on the internet talking about men are sassy and, oh, they must want to date other men and, oh, this, that, because they used to have it sweet. They used to have it so sweet. You not even understanding how sweet they had it. This is how sweet they had it. They had it so sweet that you, as a man, back in the day, could see a chick that you was attracted to. You could beg that chick to go on a date with you. And for weeks, maybe months, she give you the stiff arm while she go fuck with every other dude she wanted to fuck with. And I'm not talking about just dating them. I'm talking about giving it up. I'm talking about she laid up with other dudes. She having sex with other dudes, giving other dudes sloppy toppy, all of that shit. You trying to date her for real. You trying to treat her like a lady. But she would rather deal with the dudes that treat her like a hoe. But she finally lets you go on a date with her. And I'm using the word let on purpose. She finally allows you to take her on a date. You go all out. You went and got fresh. You went and spent money to get your car washed, to get your car vacuumed out, to get you some new gear, to get you some new cologne, to get you a fresh cut. You done spent all of this money. You put gas in your car to go pick her up. You go pick her up. She gets in the car with this indifferent attitude, like she not even happy to be on a date with you. You take her to the nicest restaurant. Spent some real money. She goes in there and she barely even talking to you. You drowning. You trying your best to have a conversation with her, to spark up a conversation. She don't even really want to have a conversation with you. But you don't trip. In your mind, that's just the way chicks is. That's just the way they do, right? She orders the most expensive shit on the menu. You don't trip about that either, because, you know, you've been taught you a man. That's what you got to do. That's just what it is, right? You thinking all this shit gonna pay off, right? Y'all leave there. You go to a movie, right? You go to the movie, even though she done had a full meal, most expensive shit on the damn menu, She wants you to go to the concession stand and buy that expensive ass popcorn and them expensive ass drinks. But you do it because you're trying to be a gentleman. You trying to be chivalrous, right? Get the popcorn, all of that shit. You go into the damn movie. The movie done already started. You're sitting there next to her. You try to hold her hand. She don't even want to hold your hand. She ain't even giving you no flavor. None. None, right? You leave the damn movie theater. It's time to drop her off. You drop her off. You get out the car to walk her to the door. You get to the damn door. She don't even want to hug you. She ain't gonna invite you in. She ain't gonna kiss you. She ain't gonna hug you. She ain't gonna do none of that shit. She gonna look at you and say, I had a nice time. Boom, slam the door in your face. And you gonna do the walk of shame back to your car thinking, well, this is just the first step in me getting closer to her and this, that, and the third. In your mind, you mapping the shit out on some, well, maybe if after a few more dates, maybe we can get a little closer. Maybe I can get a hug. Maybe I can get a kiss. Maybe we could actually have sex, right? But unbeknownst to you, the moment that you got in your car and drove off, she done already hopped on the phone with the nigga she liked to have sex with. She called that nigga over. That nigga, he don't even want to come over right away because he hanging out with his homeboys. I'll be over there when I'm finished. He comes over there, bangs her back out, and leave before the sun come up. And then you wondering why the next morning when you call her, she got an attitude. The reason she got an attitude is because you ain't the nigga she want. She'll use you for a date. She'll use you to go get a free meal. Hell, sometimes she'll even get some shit to go just so she can feed that nigga she having sex with. That's right. She'll get a to go. She'll get some shit to go and act like it's for her because she might want something later. And then when you drop her off and you leave and shit, when that nigga come over there, she feeding that nigga the shit you bought. This is how good they had it. This is how good they had it. If we being totally honest, this is how good they had it. There was even brothers that knew this type of shit was going on, but they still did the traditional date thing because that's the traditional thing to do, and that's considered to be what a good man does. And that ain't all. That ain't all. There's also the scenarios of the traditional old school husband with the nagging wife, you know, the happy wife, happy life nigga, right? This dude married a chick that didn't want him initially, but only got with him and accepted his proposal because she knew she didn't have too much longer to go. She knew she was on her way to hitting the wall. So she married a dude that's not her first choice. And from day one, she makes his life a living hell. But he sticks it out. He sticks it in there. Not only does she make his life a living hell, they got married. He done spent all of this money on the wedding and the honeymoon. She got an attitude on the honeymoon. Having sex with the dude on the honeymoon, it feel like she's doing it out of obligation, like it's work, like it's a chore, right? Now she wants you to buy them a house. You buy them a big ass nice house. None of the shit in the house is yours. She done picked out, you done paid for everything, but she done picked out everything in the damn house. All you got is a little room that you call a man cave. The furthest corner of the house, and that's where you get to put all your shit, right? Better not put none of that shit in the rest of the house. The rest of the house is the way she wanted. She obviously can't stand your ass, but you've been taught that that's just the way women operate. She argues with you all the time, but you've been taught women are emotional and women argue. That's just what they do. You just got to be quiet and take it. Isn't that what they said on the Cosby Show? when Cliff and the other older men were talking to the young men, said, when she's acting like that, what do I do? They like, take it. Take it. Right? She clearly can't stand you. But in spite of not standing you, this is how diabolical they are. She hates your guts, but she'll still get pregnant by you. She'll still give you children. So now a woman that can't stand you is incubating your seed in her stomach. That seed feels everything she feels. So he comes out and you wonder why your kids can't stand you. Because they was incubated in her hatred for you. But you do what you do. You take care of them little crumb snatchers. You do what you're supposed to do because that's what a man's supposed to do. As bad as you done got to the point where now you just want to leave because you're tired of this shit. Now you're thinking about how happy you was when you was a single man. How much easier your life was. You had less responsibilities. You had less drama, less bullshit. You was able to do what you wanted to do instead of having to run everything by her. But you can't leave out of obligation because you don't want to be considered a deadbeat dad. You don't want to be considered a trifling nigga. So you stay there, right? You stay there, right? Stay there until them kids get old enough to graduate, and now you about to pay for college. As soon as them kids go off to college, you find out she been cheating on you with some nigga she know. The same nigga she used to feed food to when she got finished with the date with you. She's cheating on you with the same nigga she used to have sex with when y'all was dating. You find out about it. You get mad. You go off about it. She tells you, I want a divorce. Okay, cool. Screw it. We get a divorce. Y'all get a divorce. She gets the house. The nigga she's screwing moves into the damn house. Now your college educated children come home to visit. They don't come to your bullshit ass apartment that you got, the one that you can barely afford because you're still paying on that house she living in. You're paying that mortgage. You're paying for your kids to go to college. You're freaking paying alimony. The kids get out of college, they go visit their mama and hang out with the nigga she was having sex with before they was even born. And now you messed up in the game because she get a portion of your pension. You got to pay her alimony. She got a chunk of the savings. She in the damn house. And now you in the damn apartment having to start over. You back where you were at when you were 18, 19, and 20 years old, but now you're in your 40s. You're getting to your older years and shit, and you just don't have the energy in you to do all of the shit that you did before to gain all of that shit that she's now benefiting from. This is what they used to get. And you make no mistake about it. They are not mad today because they feel like, oh, these men are cheating on us. Or, oh, these men are sassy. They're not mad about that. They are mad because the shit they used to get, the game they used to run, the benefits they used to get from you men, they can't get that shit no more. They can't get it no more. They have encountered a world where the men are saying, what do you bring to the table? Where the men are saying, what is in it for me? And they don't know how to handle that shit. They don't know how to handle that shit. And what's worse is this. What's worse is in order for them to get your most valued possession, which is your last name, you're saying to them, nah, if I'm going to marry you, you're going to have to get with my program. If I'm going to marry you, you're going to have to be my piece. Ain't no more getting married, happy wife, happy life. No, if you marry me, you're going to have to get along with me. You're going to have to understand I run the show. You ain't going to argue with me every single damn day. And I'm not putting all my shit in a damn cubby hole somewhere. The whole house is my house just like it's your house. I'm going to be happy just like you happy. These children in this house going to respect me. Or you and them crumb snatchers can get the fuck on. And I don't give a shit. I'll send the check. The check's in the mail. But ain't no more working for 30 damn years. You divorcing me, taking all of my shit. And then I'm sitting in some raggedy ass damn apartment struggling. And you living it up with the nigga you was fucking. Ain't no more of that shit. That's all they mad about. They're mad because the rigged system that they used to benefit from no longer benefits them. That's all they're mad about. That's all they're upset about. And they have drawn a line in the sand. And that's why you see them not get married, because they're saying, you know what? If I got to actually be a good woman to you, I'd rather be lonely. Y'all need to understand that. Y'all need to think about that for a second. These women are basically saying to you that they would rather be lonely and bitter than to treat you like a fucking human being. They'd rather be lonely. They would rather be lonely than to be in a marriage where both of you are happy and both of you benefit. You want to know why back in the day? You want to know the painful truth as to why back in the day the marriage rate was so high. The reason why the marriage rate was so high, because the men of the past didn't give a fuck about themselves. They didn't value themselves. Your papa didn't buy nothing for himself. All he did was get his ass up at the crack of dawn, go to work, make the damn money. At the end of the week, he handed the paycheck to your grandma, and she spent the money how she saw fit. He didn't even buy himself a damn pair of shoes. Only shoes he got is his work boots. That car he always wanted, he ain't never gonna get it. Those dreams he always had, he ain't never gonna achieve them. Because in his mind, the way he was brought up, the way he was raised, a man is supposed to sacrifice everything, including his own damn happiness, to be with some raggedy bitch. That's the truth. And they mad because the men of today are unwilling to accept that. The men of today said, I'm not going to be that. Not going to deal with that. See, the difference is, as men, you can stay single and be happy. They can't stay single and be happy. So even though they staying single to spite you, they still ain't as happy as you are single. That's why you see them all over the internet complaining, all over the internet whining, all over the internet. These men sassy. They won't do this. They won't do that. Here's the reality. Here's the reality. I'm upstairs. My wife is watching this show. And on this show, there's a chick. And I ain't even going to tell you the show because I know y'all don't watch it. On the show, there's this chick. She went out to dinner with her boyfriend. And she was under the impression that her boyfriend was going to propose to her. And he was going to propose to her. He just didn't do it as quickly. You know, it's one of them situations where she thought she was going to get proposed to at dinner. But he wasn't planning on doing it then. He was planning on doing it later. And because he didn't do it at dinner, she thought he wasn't ever going to propose to her. So she, has this whole temper tantrum, right? And she goes upstairs. And her homegirl goes upstairs, and she goes into this whole thing about how lonely she is. How she figured sooner or later somebody would pick her. And she was like, I try to be a feminist like your daughters and stuff, but I can't be that. I need somebody. She said she needed a man. She needed a husband. Right? And I'm going to tell you the truth. I know women in real life that screwed up all of their chances of having a husband. And now that they older and don't have it in them to date, don't have it in them to try to find a man, you know what they be saying? They be saying shit like, God didn't mean for us to be alone. They lonely, right? But this woman on this show, my wife is showing it to me because she had told me about it. She said she felt bad for her. I said, I don't feel bad for her. She said, why you don't feel bad for her? She's sitting there with a lace front wig that has blonde streaks, and the rest of it is blue. And this is what I said to my wife. I said, it's always ridiculous to me when women like that complain about not having a husband. And she said, why? I said, because the moment that woman chose that hairstyle, she made an active decision that she don't want a damn husband. And I stand by that shit. If you a woman running around here with a pink wig, blue wig, purple wig, lime green wig, every time you put that wig on, you are making an active decision that you don't want no damn husband. And I'm going to tell you why. Because women who dress like that, women who wear wigs like that, do not attract husbands. Because no man with any fucking sense in his damn head is going to look at you wearing that and say, ooh, she might make a great wife. Now, I know there's women out here, that's not right. I should be able to wear what you want. You ain't going to get no damn husband. That's just the truth. That's just the truth. And if you do, by some miracle, get one, it ain't going to last long. It ain't going to last long, because when a man thinks about a wife, he thinks about a woman that's respectful and respectable. Not somebody living out their stripper dreams. Not somebody living out their dreams of being Cardi B or Meg Thee Stallion. Those are performers. Those are performers. Now, here's the painful reality. This is the part that's really going to bother some of y'all. And by the way, support the show. If I'm cooking, we need some sponsors. If I'm cooking, we need some more sponsors. Drop 100 and sponsor the show. I see all of these women online talking about the Meg Thee Stallion and Klay Thompson situation. And they all keep saying, there's one thing they keep saying over and over again. There's one sentiment. This is what they'll say. All this Meg Thee Stallion situation showed us is that there's no such thing as a good man. You can't trust these men, because as soon as they get with you, they gonna cheat on you with another woman. That's their sentiment. That's their premise. Their premise is you can't trust these men. They're no good because they're willing to mess with other women. That's the premise. Because these men are willing to mess with other women or cheat on you, that means they're not good men. Here's the reality. and this is some shit y'all ain't gonna want to hear, but I'm gonna speak on this for the men, for once and for all. And for all of you men moving forward, you need to move forward with this in your mind. Let's get something crystal fucking clear. Men that decide to be monogamous are doing that of their own free will and their own choice. You do not deserve it. I'm going to say that again. There is nothing in this damn world that guarantees you women are going to have a monogamous man. That is not something we are fucking obligated to do. The level of entitlement that y'all have around that shit, it's amazing. It's amazing. Just imagine if men had that same level of entitlement when it came to you cooking and cleaning. Imagine a man or a bunch of men jumping on the internet like, I knew this won't gonna work out. I knew this won't gonna work out. She still ain't cleaned the house. She still ain't cooked. I knew this won't gonna work out. You just can't trust them. You just can't trust them. See, we don't get to take something and put it on you as a definite. In other words, if you don't do this thing, you're sorry and trifling. We don't get to do that to y'all. But you get to tell men that you ain't even married to. Oh, if you step out on me, you ain't shit. That man ain't married to you. Klay Thompson ain't married to Meg the Stallion. He don't owe her shit. He don't owe her nothing. Not a damn thing does he owe her. If he want to go out here and screw 1 million women, that's his fucking business. And you know what? This is the way you men need to start carrying it. The same way you don't have no say-so over whether or not they give birth to a child. The same way they say to you, my body, my choice. You can't tell me what to do with my body. You tell these chicks they can't tell you what to do with your dick. Tell them your body, your choice. If you don't like it, kick rocks. That's how y'all need to carry it. Because the entitlement is it's out of this damn world. It's out of this world, bro. It's out of this world. And it's disgusting. It's disgusting the way they think they own your body the moment you start talking to them, but you can't never own theirs. The moment you start talking to them, they believe they own your body, but you can't never own theirs. And I'll tell you something else too. To all of you women that want to come to the internet and tell men that, see, you see what Klay Thompson did to Meg the Stallion? You see what Offset did to Cardi B? That's because y'all ain't shit. Really? Or is it because you ain't shit? Why is it all of our fault that you can't keep your fucking man? When we gonna have that conversation? Because there's plenty of women out here that are able to keep their man. Snoop Dogg's wife was able to keep her man. LL's wife was able to keep her man. And he LL. Ice Cube's wife was able to keep her man. Denzel's wife was able to keep her man, and he's Denzel. When are we going to have the conversation that maybe the reason why you women can't keep no men because you ain't hitting on 2 damn cent? When we going to have that conversation? When is you constantly losing your man and habitually being single going to become a matter of your character and your failings and lacking? Because at the end of the day, when a dude ain't able to keep his woman, there's one thing we'll say real quick, and it's about time we start saying it about the women. You can't keep a man. Maybe your box is trash. Maybe it's trash. Maybe it smells. Maybe you're toxic. Maybe you got a funky ass attitude that don't nobody want to be around. Maybe you're not good at the Gawk 3000. Maybe you can't cook. Maybe you don't clean. Maybe he don't like the way your toes look. Maybe you got old lady fingers. Maybe he don't like the fact that every time you get dressed, you got to have a lace front. There's a million and one things that could be the reason. But y'all always want to go to, oh, he's cheating. He was talking to another woman. You know why he was talking to that other woman? Because that other woman had something that you didn't have. When we going to have that conversation? When we going to have that conversation? When are we going to talk about the fact that if I decide to stop driving Chevy to drive Ford, maybe Chevy is lacking something? Maybe it ain't got nothing to do with me being disloyal. Maybe it has to do with Chevy not providing me what the fuck I need. When we gonna have that conversation? Oh, I forgot. We can't have that conversation because the moment we have that conversation, you want to call men sassy. Right? You want to call men sassy. But what it boils down to is that if you can't keep your man, that ain't got shit to do with the rest of us. That ain't got nothing to do with the rest of us. And let me tell you something. No, let me tell you something real quick. Let me put you on something real quick. Y'all need us more than we need you. Y'all need us more than we need you. You ain't hurting no man's feelings by leaving him. If we being real, if we being totally honest about it, you ain't hurting no dude's feelings by leaving him. You just think you are. Because your ego is out of this damn world. There's men don't have an ego problem nowadays. It's the women that have an ego problem nowadays. I just watched a video where a woman was sitting there talking about some, I don't date no more. Who fucking cares? Who cares? Don't nobody want to date you with your nasty attitude? No damn way. Who cares? Who cares? Who gives a damn? Who gives a damn? I know I wouldn't. But you look at Meg Thee Stallion. You look at Cardi B. Did you think that was going to end any other way? Did you think, in fact, Cardi B is the prime example. She had her husband, and what'd she do? What'd she do? Did you really think that was going to end any other type of way? This is how lost they are. They so damn lost. They so damn lost that you got Nia Long having a conversation with Keke Palmer. Keke Palmer is 20 years Nia Long's junior. They up there having a damn conversation about sneaky links and getting a box 8 and all types of foolishness. And I'm just sitting here like, this is amazing to me. This is amazing to me. And I'm going to tell you why it's amazing to me. Y'all fought like hell to be hoes. And now you mad that you getting the result that comes with that. Does that make any sense to y'all? See, here's the thing that nobody will tell these women in this day and age, because we live in a society now that's scared to tell women the truth. You feel me? That's the whole reason why Kevin Samuels was so popular, because our society is scared to tell women the truth. And the truth of the matter is, if you wanted to be a wife, you'd act like one. But you don't want to be a wife. You think you get to be a 304 and still get wife privileges. That's not the way that shit works. Because men value their last name more than you value your virginity. So you're not going to play them little goofy games with us and still get us to marry you. You're not going to do that. You're not going to do that. The same way you give up your box when dudes play goofy games. We're not like you. We're not like you. We know that our most valuable thing is our last name. We know that. It's y'all that don't know your most valuable thing is your virginity. Y'all don't know that. Y'all don't know that. You've allowed feminism to trick you into believing that you can move around out here the way men move. Our virginity is not valuable to us. A man's virginity is not valuable to him. I remember one day I was in my cousin's house and a couple of the old heads was in there talking. And one of the old heads said this right here. They was talking about men and women and how men and women ain't equal. And the women was trying to say that they was equal. And the old head told, he said, let me tell you something. He said, a woman with 100 men is a 0. But a man with 100 women is a hero. And that's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. Men, as much as y'all have tried to change this narrative, y'all been trying desperately to change this narrative, calling men hoes and saying that men is trifling and they hoes out here. Let me tell you something. There's no such thing as a male hoe. A man's legend grows the more women he gets. The more women a man can get, the more money a man can get, the more things a man can accomplish. See, that's what you don't get. Men are measured by their accomplishments. And being able to bed a lot of women, whether y'all want to admit it or not, is an accomplishment. Why is it an accomplishment? Because it's difficult. The reason why it's not an accomplishment for y'all is because it ain't difficult. It ain't difficult. You have 24/7 access to sex whenever you want it. And that's why it ain't no damn accomplishment. Men do not have 24/7 access to sex. So any man that does have 24/7 access to sex is the man. A woman that has access to sex 24/7 is a hoe. And I know y'all don't like that double standard, but it's the truth. It's the truth. See, when you're a creature that has difficulty getting sex with the opposite sex, getting it on a regular basis is a feat, an accomplishment. When you have access to sex 24/7 from the opposite sex, not having sex is an accomplishment. See, the man with 100 women is equal in value to a woman that's turned down 100 men. Let me say that again. You want me to say that again? A man who has bedded 100 women is equal in value to a woman who has turned down 100 men. And when I say turn down, I mean turn down as a virgin. She's a virgin, and 100 men have tried to get with her, and she turned down all of them. That's an accomplishment. That's an accomplishment. That's an accomplishment. See, the problem is feminism convinced women that in order for them to have value, they have to do what men do. And that's incorrect. That's incorrect. Because that's all you're dealing with in this day and age. If you dudes wonder, if you heterosexual men wonder why you're having so much difficulty with these women, it's because you have a bunch of women who are cosplaying men. They're cosplaying men. They're running around here cursing like sailors, smoking weed, drinking liquor, bragging about how many dudes they can have sex with. And that's a man. That's a man, baby. That's a dude. And you men know it. That's why you Gen Zs be referring to these women as bro and twin. There was never a time in my era where we had the urge to refer to a chick as bro. We didn't even do that shit by accident. Because as trifling as the women were back in the day, at least they were women. At least they acted like women. At least they acted like women. I don't care. Let me tell you something. Because I got a prediction for you. This ain't the last dude Meg Thee Stallion gonna date. She gonna date another high profile dude. And it's gonna end the same way. And then she gonna date another one. It's gonna end the same way. She gonna keep dating them until she finally hits the wall. Or she ain't famous no more. Because guess what? Ain't no Sierra's prayer for her. Ain't no Sierra's prayer for her. It ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. Do you really think it works that way? Do you really think she's gonna ride off into the sunset when that man is rotting in prison? Do you really think that? You think that with that man rotting in prison and everything he had to go through, do you really think she gonna ride off into the sunset? Do you really think she's going to get a happily ever after? She's not going to get no happily ever after, because a person that would cause something like that to happen don't get happily ever afters. And let me say this to you women, because y'all don't get this. Y'all don't get this. Your perceived looks is not what keeps a man. It's the only reason why when Kevin used to do what he did, the one thing I didn't agree with was the ranking of the women from a scale of 1 to 10, because how good a woman looks is only going to get her foot in the door, but it ain't going to keep her there. Your looks will get you in the game, but it ain't going to keep you there. It ain't going to keep you there. Your looks like a 7-footer, that shit'll get you in the game, but it's your skill that keep you there. And the truth of the matter is, a lot of you today don't got no skills whatsoever. You got no skills. You got absolutely no skills. None. None. You just look like you can play. You feel me? You're like Montel Jordan. You look like you should be able to ball, but you can't. But you can't. You're just good looking for no reason. Just like he's tall for no reason. And I'm only saying that because a lot of y'all believe that Meg Thee Stallion is attractive. I don't find her attractive, not even a little bit. And that's my personal preference. So I'm not going to go in on all you dudes that find her attractive. All I'm saying is this: for you dudes that find her attractive, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something I know for a fact. This is one thing I know for certain, if I don't know nothing else. You show me the baddest chick on the planet. You show me a sexy ass woman, and I show you a dude that's sick of her. I'll show you a guy that's sick of her, because what they've never taken the time to do is to truly understand us men and how we operate. Does the beauty catch our eye? Absolutely. 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 But guess what? Our attraction to you is not based solely on looks. It's not based solely on your beauty. And that's just real. There has to be a deeper connection there. And guess what? Us men, we don't get that deeper connection from having sex. That's the part you don't get. That's the part you ain't never gonna get. That's the reason why you have this goofy ass concept in your head about men cheating. You're too stupid to realize that a sexual act to a man is not an emotional thing. A dude could be in a long-term relationship with a woman and go out here and have sex with another woman. It don't mean he want to be with that other woman, and it don't mean that he loved that other woman. And look, this is what's so cold-blooded about the shit. And you women ain't never gonna get this, but every man in here understands this shit the moment that I say it. You know how you know that man love you? Because he brought his ass home to you. That's how you know. That's how you know he love you, because he brought his ass home to you. What was that group back in the 90s? Moke and Steph. That song, He's Mine. You may have had him once, but I got him all the time. Y'all went in on them women. Y'all talk cash shit about them women. And them women understood men a hell of a lot more than y'all do. A hell of a lot more than y'all do. You like an NBA, you like a star NBA player that quit the team because somebody got subbed in for you. You let a bench warmer take your spot because you quit the team simply because the bench warmer subbed for 2 or 3 minutes. Well, not 2 or 3 minutes, for 40 seconds. 60 seconds. You had a sub come in for 60 seconds. And because that sub played your position for 60 seconds, you quit the fucking team. Y'all got to be the dumbest motherfuckers in existence. Woo-wee. Oh my God. See, y'all don't understand men, but we understand y'all. We understand y'all. We understand one fundamental thing about y'all. Y'all full of shit. Y'all full of shit. You want the game to be rigged in your favor. And now that the men are waking up and speaking up and saying, no, we know this game is rigged. We don't want to play anymore. Now you're upset. And instead of addressing the fact that the game is rigged, you would rather try to attack men's egos. It's like you've had a casino for I don't know how long, for decades. And the house always won because the games was always rigged. And the men coming into that casino said, you know what? I'm not going to spend my money in here no more. And instead of you pulling back on the rigged games, you'd rather tell them, oh, you just don't want to spend your money here because you broke, you raggedy, you trifling. And you know what they do? Take their money and go somewhere else. Take their money and go somewhere else. Because why the fuck would they continue to knowingly play a rigged game? You have to reevaluate the social contract, which is something that y'all refuse to do. I was on a panel last week with women talking about I ain't trying to be cooking 3 times a day. I ain't got time for that. Ain't enough time for that. I got to work and I got to. Then you don't need a man. Then you don't need a man. You want to cook some of the time, but you want him to pay them bills all the time. You want to cook some of the time. You want to clean some of the time, but you want him to protect you all of the time. You want him to show up all the time. You want him to show up 100%. But you get to half-ass shit? You get to bullshit and lollygag? Y'all gonna learn the painful way. There's a whole generation of y'all that came up on that Cardi B, Meg the Stallion, Beyonce, all the single ladies. There's a whole generation of y'all that's gonna be, it's gonna be sad. It's gonna be sad. It's gonna be so sad. It's gonna be pathetic. You watch. You mark my damn words. Miss Kip said, may I ask you how long you've been married? No, you may not. What the hell do me being married have to do with anything? Y'all see what I mean? Do you see how they can't focus on the right shit? Do you see how they can't focus on the right shit? What do me being married have to do with anything? What does that got to do with anything? Answer that question for me, Miss Kip. Give me a legitimate answer. What is the reason for that question? By Jacob said, who hurt you? And let me tell y'all men something. Whenever women ask you who hurt you, say women. That's all you gotta do. Whenever women ask you men who hurt you, you look them straight in the face and say women. Now what? Now what? What's your next comment? Because the next comment is probably going to be like, well, you need to go heal. And then you say, well, you need to stop being trifling. And then I won't have to heal. Which you victim blaming now? See, they're too stupid to realize that by them even posing the question who hurt you means that somebody did something to you. And if somebody did something to you, that means that your feelings are valid. That means that what you're saying is valid. They don't even realize every time they say who hurt you, they are validating your complaint. But they suffer from hubris so much, they don't even think about it. They don't even, it doesn't even process in their damn mind because they're so used to fucking people over and nobody holding them accountable that they can look you in your face and say some dumb shit like who hurt you. See, to that chick that asked me, how long have I been married? That's not the question. The question is, are you married at all? That's the question. That's the question. Are you married? Are you married at all? Miss Kip, are you married at all? And I hope y'all didn't boot her. Are you married at all? That's my question. Are you married at all? And you know the reason why this question came up. This question came up because they can't handle the truth. They can't handle the truth. See, y'all say that accountability is kryptonite to these women. No, it ain't accountability. The truth is kryptonite to them. The truth. That's what's kryptonite. The truth. That's what's kryptonite to them. The damn truth. That's what's kryptonite to them. The truth. I can't. It would ruin my money. See? You see that? You see that? You think I didn't know that she wasn't married when she asked that question? Ain't no married woman gonna come in here and ask me that question. You know the reason why? Press 1 if y'all want to know the reason why no married woman would ask me that question. After everything I just said, you know the reason why no married woman would ask me that question. Press 1 if you want to know why. Because married women are happy. The married women that watch my show are happy. And they know the shit I'm saying right now don't apply to them. So they're not going to ask me that goofy ass question. Only an unmarried woman is going to ask me that question. Only an unmarried woman is going to ask me that question because she probing for weaknesses. She probing for weaknesses so she can try to deflect the conversation to something else other than what the fuck I said. And my thing is this. If I were you women, especially you single women, if I were you, I'd do your research before you come over here talking crazy to me. Because I can bring you up on the panel if you're brave enough to come up here and cook you the same way Kevin used to do. Who do you think Kevin used to see cook women like that? Who do you think? They can't handle the truth. They ain't never been able to handle the truth. And that's the reason why. That's the reason why they get mad at somebody like a Klay Thompson, right? Klay Thompson can mess with as many women as he want to mess with. And this is what makes them angry. You want to know what makes them angry? What makes them angry is Klay Thompson can go out here and screw as many women as he wants to screw. But the moment Klay decides he wants to be married, there's going to be a list. There's going to be a line of women around the block ready to marry him. I'm going to say that again. The reason why they mad is because somebody like Klay Thompson can screw as many women as he wants well into his 40s and 50s. And the moment he decides he wants to get married, there will be a Black Friday list, a Black Friday line of women around the stadium vying to be his wife. But Meg Thee Stallion can't screw every man she wants well into her 40s and 50s. And then when she decides to get married, ain't going to be no line. Ain't going to be no line. See, Klay Thompson is a successful man, and a successful man can do what he wants to do, when he want to do it, how he want to do it. But women can't do that. Women can't do that. Ask Nicole Murphy about that. Ask Lisa Ray about that. Ask what's old girl's name that dated 50? What's old girl's name that dated 50? Vivica Fox. Ask Vivica Fox about that. Ask Keke Palmer about that. She about to find out. Ask Nia Long about that. Ask Halle Berry about that. And at one point, every man wanted Halle Berry. At one point, Halle Berry was America's sweetheart. Everybody wanted her. If Denzel's wife left him tomorrow, at his age, If Denzel's wife left him tomorrow at his age, women would be formed in a line around the block. If Sierra left Russell tomorrow, she'd be fucked. Now go ahead and tell me I'm lying. Go ahead and tell me I'm lying. Go ahead and tell me I'm lying. Go ahead and tell me that I don't know what I'm talking about. Said, don't know why Will Smith won't leave Jada. The reason why Will Smith won't leave Jada is because his relationship to Jada is for public purposes. Will ain't leaving Jada because Will already dealing with who he want to deal with. And I'll leave it at that. I'll leave it at that. I'll leave it at that. She already spilled the beans on it. She sooner or later, she just gonna come out and tell it. But Will already been dealing with who he want to deal with. That's why he ain't left Jada, because it ain't no need. What's the purpose of him leaving her if he already dealing with who he want to deal with? And him being with her is the cover for that. But we know Denzel ain't gonna leave his wife. Reason Denzel ain't gonna leave his wife because he got a good woman. Reason Ice Cube ain't gonna leave his wife because he got a good woman. Dudes that have good women don't leave their wives. Dudes that have good women do not leave their wives. They don't. Y'all can get up here and say whatever the hell you want to say. If a man has a good wife, he ain't leaving her. He ain't leaving her. And when I say good wife, I'm not talking about her looks. I'm talking about who she is in here. That's why the Bible say when the man finds a wife, he finds a good thing. Because when a man finds a wife that is a good woman, that gives him nourishment for his soul, he ain't going nowhere. For what? For what? Why are you gonna leave that good woman and jump back out here in the streets with y'all trifling Meg the Stallion followers? For what? See, nobody wants to have the conversation. Nobody wants to have the real conversation that the reason why these women who can't keep men can't keep these men because they ain't shit. Nobody wants to have that conversation. Y'all keep looking at the public persona. You don't know that woman behind the scenes. You don't know that woman behind the scenes. That woman could be an entire demon behind the scenes. And the funniest thing about it is these women run around here talking about some Klay Thompson fumble Meg the Stallion. Meg the Stallion left Klay Thompson. How the hell she leave and he never wifed her in the first place? Y'all are making the assumption that she was his. Y'all making the assumption that he cuffed her. Y'all making the assumption that he claimed her. Do you know the reason why they broke up? The real reason? The real reason is because he said he didn't want to be monogamous to her. In other words, he didn't want only her. Why didn't he want only her? Because in his eyes, she obviously wasn't shit. How the hell you gonna quit a job you never got hired for? Because that's another thing. Y'all women run around here talking about men cheating. Let me tell you something. If the man you're with, if you break up with that man because he cheated on you, if that man wasn't your husband, he didn't cheat on you. He wasn't yours in the first place. That's the part y'all don't get. That's the part you don't understand. He was never your man to begin with. And by the way, Klay also said that Meg cheated on him with one of his teammates. But ain't nobody talking about that. Ain't nobody talking about that. Don't nobody want to talk about that. Don't nobody want to talk about that. They want to talk about how Meg jumped out there and said, oh, he cheated on me. But don't nobody want to talk about the fact that Klay Thompson said that Meg cheated on him with one of his teammates. Nobody want to talk about that. Nobody want to talk about that. Don't nobody want to talk about the fact that he brought Meg the Stallion in on a probationary period. And she obviously didn't make the cut. She obviously didn't make the cut. And that's really what be making y'all mad about us. Y'all be mad because when a man really understands his value and really knows who he is in complete control of that situation. And that's the shit y'all really don't like. See, y'all like it when y'all are able to leave a man and leave him in disarray. Y'all like it when y'all able to dump a man and mess up his whole program. But see, you can't mess up the men's program today because these men ain't getting you pregnant and these men ain't marrying you. So any leverage that you thought you might have, you don't have. So now you trying to base it on morality. Now you're trying to base it on, oh, these men ain't shit. They don't want to be faithful. Man, get the hell out of here. Faithful? Faithful? How the hell they going to be faithful and most of y'all is for the streets? How they supposed to be faithful to y'all and y'all for the streets? You ain't show up no virgin. You ain't show up with your chastity intact. You ain't show up saying that you were going to dedicate yourself to him and not give it up to no other man. How you going to be faithful to you when you ain't never been faithful? How is a man going to be faithful to you and you ain't even faithful to God? Because last time I checked, God don't want you running around giving your box to every man you come across. If you can't be faithful to that, then why do a man got to be faithful to you? Talking about faithful. Why he got to be faithful to you and you done already slept with 50 niggas? Huh? Why he got to be faithful to you and you standing there a whole cycle because you got 50 dudes' DNA inside of you? You done mess with Tyrone, Mike, Fred, Jason, Derek, Demetrius, Ray Pookie. Why he gonna wife you up? Wife you up and get you pregnant, and he don't know what kid gonna come out. He don't know if that's gonna be his kid that comes out, or if that's gonna be Jason's kid, or if that's gonna be Mike's kid, or Fred's kid, or a combination of them. Where you think that DNA go? You think it just disappeared? Dudes go get a blood test because the kid don't look like them, and then the damn blood test come back, the DNA test come back that it's their kid, and they sitting there scratching their head. Why the hell? Wait a minute. Kid don't even look like me. How did the DNA test come back? And before any of y'all try to come at me and say, well, that ain't the truth, that can't happen. Have you ever heard of a woman getting pregnant and she have twins, and one of the kids is biologically one dude's kid and the other kid is biologically another dude's kid, and they twins? Have y'all ever heard of that? Have y'all ever heard of that? I didn't think it was possible. Have y'all ever heard of that? So how is that possible? So how is that possible? How would that be possible? How would that be possible? And that's why they always say it's mama's baby and daddy's maybe. And keep in mind, we just recently got DNA testing in our lifetime. Could you imagine how many men back in the day was raising kids that they didn't even know was theirs? It's one, look, I'm not against dudes being stepfathers if you choose to be that. But damn, at least have the choice. You know how many dudes back in the day was tricked into being a stepdaddy? They thinking this whole time that's their kid. Thinking this whole time that that's their child. That just show you how trifling some of these individuals are. Chris Rock said it. He said a man's lies like, I was over Tony's house. A woman's lies like, it's your kid. Them two lies ain't the same. One of them lies is life-changing. One of them lies will destroy multiple lives. And they do that shit every day. They do it every day. Every day they do that shit. But they want you to think that men are the cheaters. Men are the conniving ones. Men are the trifling ones. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. What Bootsy say? Come on, man. Are you serious? Are you serious? Did y'all really think that Klay Thompson, and I told y'all, how many of y'all, when that first came out and these women were up here celebrating that shit, ooh, I love that for Meg. This is what happens when someone finds true love. This is what, look at how happy she is. You see how she's resting in her femininity? You see how she's cooking and clean? You see all of that? Didn't I tell you that relationship won't gonna work? How many of y'all was here when I said it? Press a 1 in the chat if you was here when I said the shit. How many of y'all was in here when I said that shit is not gonna work? Do you think for 1 second that Klay Thompson, a NBA all-star with plenty of money in all of his light-skinned glory, was going to wife Meg the Stallion? Are you serious? How many of y'all thought that was going to happen? I told y'all that shit won't gonna work. I told you it won't gonna work. Because I can look at the women. I can look at the women in the entertainment industry, and I can tell you which ones are wifeable and which ones ain't. I can tell you which ones are wifeable and which ones ain't. And already off the rip, let me just say this. It is very few of them that's wifeable. And the only reason there's very few of them that's wifeable is because women are followers. And we now have a culture that discourages them from being wives. The only problem is their biology still wants them to be wives. That's the problem. There is a conflict of interest. Their biology is pushing them to want to be a wife. This is the reason why they get upset when they get in relationships with dudes and it don't work. Even if they don't want to admit it out loud, their biology wants them to be a wife. Their biology wants them to have permanent companionship with someone that they know they can depend on. But the rhetoric is telling them not to. Feminism is telling them not to. This gynocentric society is telling them not to. So their ideology is battling their biology. And that's why you'll have Keke Palmer and Nia Long sitting up there talking about dating is stupid. Yeah, that just lets you know they suffer from arrested development. How many kids you know will get mad and knock the Monopoly game up in the air because they can't win the game? And they'll say, Monopoly's stupid. That's a child's response. They don't like dating because it doesn't work for them. And they still have not figured out that the reason why dating, which is a traditional concept, relationships, which is a traditional concept, marriage, which is a traditional concept, does not work when you allow feminist rhetoric, which is not a traditional concept, to permeate your brain. Feminism doesn't push you to be a wife. It pushes you away from being a wife. You cannot be a raging feminist and think that you're going to get a traditional marriage. It ain't going to happen. It ain't going to happen. You got a better shot at winning the Powerball. You got a better shot at winning the Powerball. The reason why my woman is a wife is because she wanted to be a wife. The reason why I'm a husband is because I wanted to be a husband and I found a woman that wanted to be a wife. Because this ain't my only long-term relationship. I've been with plenty of women that, you know, acted like they wanted to be wives, but did not function like they wanted to be wives. And guess what? I didn't wife them. I didn't wife them because unlike these women running around out here who will give up their box to dudes that they know in their mind ain't worthy of them, I'm not giving no woman my last name that ain't worthy of me. For what? For what? Just imagine if women protected their virginity the way men protected their last name. Imagine the world we would live in. And guess what? Like, and I've said it so many times before. If my relationship, God forbid, didn't work out, that's it. That's a wrap. That's a wrap. If my marriage didn't work out, that's a wrap. That's a wrap. This marriage is either gonna last or I'm not gonna have another one. That's what it is. Because I see what's going on out here. I see what's going on out here. I see what's going on. The moment that women start talking, because I've been on panels with plenty of women, and the moment they start talking, I'll be like, yep, nope, nope, it couldn't be me. It couldn't be me. Couldn't be me. Because the one thing I'm not gonna do, I'm not gonna work my ass off, make plenty of money and provide a lavish lifestyle just to be sitting in the crib arguing with somebody. That shit ain't gonna happen. That shit ain't gonna happen, bruh. That shit, I'm not for it. I may have did that arguing shit when I was younger, but I'm grown now. Ain't no bickering back and forth about, ain't none of that shit. None of that. I run everybody away for peace. If that's the only way, if the only way I can have peace is to run everybody away, I'll run everybody away. I don't got no problem with that. I don't got no problem with that. I don't got no problem. And I've said it out loud. I've said that shit out loud. I said, before I be miserable, I will run everybody away, nigga. I get rid of all of this shit. I'll be in an RV with a dog. Shit. I'll be in a damn RV driving around the country with Fido. You feel me? But I tell you what I wouldn't be doing. I wouldn't be out here taking nobody serious like a Meg the Stallion. Shit. Man, please. Man, please. You can't be serious. You can't be serious. In no way, shape, or form would I ever I don't care what that body look like. I don't care what the booty look like. I don't care what them yams look like. I don't care about none of that shit. I don't care about none of that shit. None of it. And that's what these women don't get about men. Once men get to a certain age, you can't trap them with that body and that sex talk. It don't work. It don't work. When men get to a certain age, it's like Burger King. We either gonna have it our way or not at all. We gonna have it our way or not at all. And that's just what it is. Because what happens when they looks don't matter? Woo. Woo-wee. Just think about that for a second. What happens when they looks don't matter? That's why when somebody jumped in my comment section talking about some, I know you ain't talking about Meg the Stallion's looks like you attractive. Let me tell you something. I ain't never had no problem being attractive to the opposite sex. But even if I was a dude that had a problem being attractive to the opposite sex, it don't matter. It don't matter at all. It don't matter. You feel me? It don't matter. And you know why it don't matter? It don't matter because if I was a single dude, what I want out of women, they sell it. What women want out of men, don't nobody sell it. Let me say that again. If I was a single dude, my attraction level don't matter. Because what men want out of women is sold every day for the low. Man can always buy a box. Women can't buy no relationship. Women can't buy no deep, meaningful relationship. Man can buy an orgasm all day, every day. So again, we got to go back to soul brother number one. We got to go back to James Brown. This is a man's world. Dum, 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 dum. This is a man's world. This is a man's world, baby. There's going to always be a man's world. And the only reason a lot of y'all are able to operate is because it's so many men that don't know their value. There's so many men that you can trick. That's the only way y'all are able to operate, because there's so many men that you can trick. There's so many men that get fascinated by that packaging. That packaging. Because trust and believe, the packaging is awesome. I'll give the women credit. They know how to package that product. You feel me? They know how to package that product. But see, the problem with a lot of y'all is you just like that bag of weed that looks a little too damn fat. Then you open it up and there's a bunch of sticks and stems in that bullshit. I told y'all, y'all can't handle 2015 Angry Man. Y'all can't handle 2015 Angry Man. See, 2015 Angry Man is the Angry Man that inspired the Kevin Samuels of the world. The Coach Greg Adams of the world. See, 2015 Angry Man ain't nothing to play with. "2015 Angry Man gonna say some soul crushing shit." Because again, what happens when your looks don't matter? What happens when your looks don't matter? What happens when you at the bar trying to finesse a dude because you a dime? You trying to finesse a dude at the bar and he don't give a shit. He don't give a shit. He ain't even trying to hear your finesse, because at the end of the night, he don't have no problem going to the crib with a 5. He don't got no problem going to the crib with a 6. Your shit don't matter. Your shit don't matter. You got to be more than them looks. You got to be more than them looks. And don't get it twisted. We like the looks. We like the looks, but we smart enough to know that most of the looks is in the packaging. Most of the appeal to y'all's looks is in the packaging. You feel me? Your feet don't look the same out of them high heels. Your butt don't look the same when you take off those pants that boost your booty up. Them boobs don't look the same when they ain't in a push-up bra. Your face don't look the same without that makeup. In fact, I got something for all the fellas. When these women get to talking crazy to you, this is what you play right here. This is what you play right here.
Your wife. Since you're here right now, come.
Lisa Sky said, "Calm down, angry. You showing your true colors." Man, let me tell you something. Don't come in here. Don't come in here talking crazy. Don't come in here talking crazy, because I'm a retired savage. Don't come in here talking crazy. Yo, to every last one of you single dudes out there, when these women get to tripping on you, this is what you do, nigga. You get in your car, you put that track on. You put on Lil Wayne single, turn that shit all the way up, and ride the fuck out. And that's real shit. To all you single dudes out there, don't put up with none of they bullshit. Only deal with women that's down with the program. Period. When you get with her, you hand her the employee handbook and tell her study that shit. Because you're on this 90-day probationary period. You feel me? We got a lot of other candidates that we looking at. Like, stop playing with them. Stop letting them play with you. Stop letting them play in your face, bro. That's how you find a wife. That's how you find a wife. What you think I was doing before I met my wife? What you think I was doing? I'm giving y'all the blueprint. I'm giving you the blueprint. That's how you find a wife. That's how you find a wife. Treat them like a limit. You feel me? Treat them like a limit. They show up late, you eliminate. They ain't got no power. They got no power over you. You hear me? Do you fellas hear me? They got no power over you. None. None. They can't do what you do. What Neo, what did Morpheus tell Neo in the Matrix? See, they like the Agent Smiths. They have to adhere to the rules of the Matrix. And because of that, they will never be as fast as you. They can never do what you do. You feel me? They can never do what you do, Neo. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? They can never do what you do because they live, you built the matrix. They live in the matrix. There's a difference. There's a difference. You built the matrix. They live in it. Y'all need to start acting like it. Y'all need to start acting like it. The greatest gift they ever gave y'all is they said, the moment that I see a man, if I'm on a date and he asks me what I bring to the table, I know it's over. That's the greatest gift they ever gave y'all, because they gave y'all a phrase that you can use to instantly eliminate a chick that ain't worth your time. You go on a date, the first thing you say, so what do you bring to the table? And just watch her reaction. She get mad. God did not look. Let me tell you something. When God created Eve, he created Eve to be a wife. Do you hear me? When God created Eve, he created her to be a wife. God didn't create you to be a husband. God created you to be a man. God created you to be a man, but he created Eve to be a wife. Just let that sink in for a second. Just let that sink in for a second. Let that shit sink in for a second.
Bino check. If you're in the building, show your work. Drop 20 on the Super Chat or Cash App.
Yo. Shout out to Lotus Flower. Lotus Flower said love and respect.
That's that Bino energy.
And buy my book, The Angryman Standard, because guess what? In this book, I show you how to get a woman on your program. In this book, I show you how to go about the dating process and how to get a woman on your program. So go grab my book. Educate yourself. Stop letting these goofy broads play you. Shout out to Kais MD, says supporting the show. Appreciate you.
That's that Bino energy.
Shout out to the T Dollar. Appreciate you.
That's that Bino energy.
Shout out to Getty Green. Said, I remember hearing an elderly woman back in the day tell a young sister that a woman that entertains a lot of men but ain't got a man grows miserable. It's stuck with me, and I see today with modern women. That's a fact.
That's that Bino energy.
These women, look, on No Pain, No Gain, she said, you got to be a lady in the streets and a freak in the sheets. The problem is the women today are backwards. They want to be a freak in the streets and a lady in the sheets. Shout out to Jordan Butler, said, keep dropping them bombs, OG. Klay Thompson didn't dodge a bullet. That boy dodged a nuke.
That's that Bino energy.
Shout out to viewer in Atlanta, said compliments to the chef. Appreciate you.
That's that Bino energy.
Shout out to Big Dunks Forever. Said, I see so many people acting like Klay made the fumble of the century. I honestly don't see anything special about that woman whatsoever. Women will back any woman that makes money regardless of her character or image. Yep.
That's that Bino energy.
Shout out to Lisa Goldie Lee, said, keep telling the truth. Appreciate you.
That's that Bino energy.
Let's see who else we got. Shout out to David in the building. He says, salute, keep doing good work. God bless, brother. Appreciate you.
That's that Bino energy.
Shout out to Ben. He said, for the shoe, had trouble with super thanks and membership, so I came here. Appreciate you, fam.
That's that Bino energy.
Let's see. Shout out to Will. He said, keep cooking. Appreciate you.
That's that Bino energy.
Shout out to Quentin. He said, donation. Appreciate you.
That's that Bino energy.
Let's see. Shout out to Steve. He said, supporting the shoe.
That's that Bino energy.
Shout out to Kendra. Kendra said, Bino roll call, listening from the clouds.
That's that Bino energy.
Shout out to Terrell. Terrell says, Strags found a way to blame men collectively. They always do.
That's that Bino energy.
Shout out to Mr. Harrell. He said, stay locked in, brother. Appreciate you.
That's that Bino energy.
Shout out to James. He said, what's up, AM? Appreciate your content, big bro.
That's that Bino energy.
Appreciate you. Shout out to David. David said, keep cooking for the show.
That's that Bino energy.
Shout out to Nine. He said, I hear you, OG.
That's that Bino energy.
Let's see. Let's get to the super chats.
It's that time again. We going up.
It's time to read the super chats.
Shout out to D Murray. He said, for tonight's show. Shout out to Crocodile Tears. He said, a log for the fire. Appreciate you. Shout out to Trucker. He said, something for the fire logs. Keep the fire burning. Shout out to Furious Styles. He said, cooking with fresh grease tonight. Appreciate you. Shout out to Locke. He said, I rock with the late night streams. Appreciate you. Shout out to Omar. He said, do your thing, AM Trust. Appreciate you. Shout out to Most Hated. He said, for the show. Appreciate you. Shout out to my man Malika. He said, peace to you, good brother. Appreciate you. Shout out to IMP. He said, salute to the light-skinned God, AM Cook. Appreciate you. Shout out to Peter Bills. He said, name of the intro song, please. Depends on which one it was. Shout out to Lotus Flower. Said, hi, AM and Bino Nation. Appreciate the membership. Shout out to TC. He said, is Megan a high value woman? Joke. Appreciate you. Shout out to Great Example. Appreciate you. Shout out to Peter Bills. He said, Angryman, I asked with a $2 super chat, this one making $5 more. Now can I get the song? What the hell, man? Bro, those are songs that I created. You're not going to find them songs anywhere else. But I appreciate you. Shout out to One of None, said, for the love of the game. Shout out to Maliki, said, Klay doesn't cheat. He exercises his options. Facts. Shout out to IG Live. Appreciate you. Shout out to Hollow Ninja. He said they acting like Meg Thee Stallion got the spirit of Ruth or Esther from the Bible. Man, the spirit of Jezebel all around her. Free Tory Lanez, man. Appreciate you. Shout out to Joshua. He said Klay got 20 megs waiting outside for him. He's straight. More money, more options. Appreciate you. Shout out to Steve. Shout out to Christy. Appreciate you, Christy. Shout out to Johnny. He said, need your help, Valdez. What's a good cologne that you'd recommend as a daily driver? Love the channel's growth as well. A good cologne would be this. Well, this ain't it. I thought I had the Tom Ford out here. This Gucci right here is good. This Gucci cologne right here is good. That Tom Ford, the Tom Ford in the white bottle with the silver label. I can't remember the name of it. In fact, hold on, let me find it real quick for you. This one right here. That one right there. Fire. Fire. That joint right there is fire. Grab that joint. Shout out to R Payne. Appreciate you. Shout out to G Turner. Said, not sure if you know it, but Klay mentioned Meg cheated first, so he cheated back. Shout out to Tim Dog for the membership. He said, black women will never take blame. It shows their faults. Shout out to Up Top Beamer, said, keep spitting that truth.
That's that Bino energy.
Shout out to Cajun Darkfire. He said, when women act nuts, I remember that. I ain't the one. Facts.
That's that Bino energy.
And shout out to Hard when he says salute. They better follow the program. That's a fact. That's a fact. Like I said, man, y'all fellas got the power. Y'all ain't got to tolerate none of that goofy shit. None of that goofy shit. You feel me? None of that goofy shit. You ain't gonna tolerate none of it. Remember that. But with that being said, I'm about to get up out of here, man. Salute to everybody that came through. I appreciate y'all for showing love, supporting the show, all of that good stuff. Remember what I said, fam. Remember what I said. Ain't nobody got time for none of that goofy shit. You built the Matrix. They live in it. They can't get with your program, tell them to kick rocks. But with that being said, I'm going to get up out of here, man. The standard is the standard. Peace.
The session is closed. The board is dismissed.
I gave you the blueprint, now go build a estate. Stop arguing with broke, man, stop debating with fate. We don't negotiate value, we dictate the price. You watch the show for free, I just gave you a slice. But the real ones know where the equity lives. We taking everything, we got nothing to give. The manual is waiting, you know where it's at. This ain't a gamble, it's a guaranteed bet.
Go protect Lee. Go and plant the seed. Go protect Lee. That's the code we need. Go to the side, yeah, secure the command. The Angryman channel, the standard of the land.
TheAngrymanChannel.com.
Get the shirt, get the post.
Start watching, start working. We up.
The session is closed. The board is dismissed.